Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please like and subscribe, all the rest of it, comments down below. Insults, all the rest, I don't mind. Yeah, I haven't got any requests today. Somebody wanted me to sing Ring of Fire, but I've already done that not long ago. So I'll do something else, but I'm going to read a poem as well, seeing as they're quite popular now. And if you've got any requests, do let me know. And today, what am I going to talk about? Well, we had the guilty verdict yesterday of that young man with his good character who headbutted that fellow and broke the woman police officer's nose with a wild swing, smacked her on the snot box and broke it. And now he's on remand, awaiting sentence. And I believe that he and his brother, both of very good character. Oh, one of them has now. The other one's a convicted prisoner. Nearly forgot about that. Yeah. They're going to stand trial again. They're going to be a retrial. So I believe, anyway. So what am I going to talk today? Yes, folks, it's another backscuttler. Another backscuttler has just got sentenced. And it's ruined her life. And what's happened? Well, I believe she was nearly 23 at the time of the offence, which happened in September 2022. She is now aged 27, and her name is Olivia Johnson. She's now 27, and she's just been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. She's originally from Rotherham. So I don't know if Larry the Goatman knows of her. Probably not, seeing as he's a bit of a recluse, him and his goats. But let me tell you what Olivia Johnson did. Well, she'd been sending the usual messages, I love you, dear, I'm absolutely can't live without you, and all the rest of it. I used to send messages like that on blotting paper to my girlfriend when I was about 9. I kind of grew out of it, But anyway, Olivia Johnson has undoubtedly been backscuttling prison inmate Javel Taylor. That's a nice name, isn't it? Javel. Not heard of that before. Anyway, he's currently serving 12 years for firearms offences, whatever that may mean. And she was smuggling drugs and whatever else into him at HMP HIGHPOINT, which is in Suffolk, by the way, for all those of you who are geographically challenged. Suffolk. HMP HIGHPOINT currently holds 1,300 plus prisoners, so it's a big prison, run by HM Prison Service. And not only was she smuggling drugs in, what she had was sheets of paper that had been soaked into a chemical thing called spice. And it was estimated that the value of the drugs she was smuggling in was £35,000. So apparently drugs fetch more money in prisons. And she had been receiving money from criminal associates of Javel Taylor, and she'd received into her bank account had been paid £14,871 that she'd received as payments for services rendered. I wondered if that included a few quid for the backscuttlings. Anyway, it was also pointed out in court that over 30 female prison officers in the last 3 years have been dismissed from the service for inappropriate conduct with male prisoners. Listen, I don't really blame Olivia Johnson. I mean, obviously it's corrupt. But it's the Home Office. There's no risk assessment here. They should be held accountable. They should not put vulnerable young women into male prisons with sophisticated adult criminals who will undoubtedly use them for their own ends. And some of these females are falling for the bait and actually ending up in prison themselves, as indeed we've just seen here. Olivia Johnson, 3.5 years in. She'll never be the same again. Never. Ruined her life. And undoubtedly when she joined the prison service, and I mean she served over 3 years, then she was intending to make something of a career of it. It ended up she got something she wasn't looking for, and the text messages were assessed by a psychologist who said that they showed she was emotionally dependent upon JAILED Taylor. Really. Well, there you are. That's today's little rant. What will we get next? I think there's going to be some more issues on the streets as people are making complaints, but you know, the thing is, if you're going to make representations, then do so in peace. Not heard anything more about the Tommy Robinson matter. I believe he's on holiday at the moment, but there are those that are saying he was attacked. I don't know about that. If I do find anything out, then I will certainly report it here on Tales from the Jails. And now, before we get into the sing-song, which I'm sure you're all waiting for, we're going to do a little poem here. This is by Edward Lear. This is one of nonsense poems, you know. But this is something I particularly like. I've always liked this since I was a child. This is The Owl and the Pussycat. So many of you will remember this poem from your childhood. So I'd like you to all join in when I sing, and I will sing a little bit in this poem because there is some singing in it. This is The Owl and the Pussycat. Are you sitting comfortably? Good. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea-green boat. They took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a £5 note. The owl looked up to the stars above and sang to a small guitar. Oh, lovely pussy, oh, pussy, my love, what a beautiful pussy you are. You are, you are, what a beautiful pussy you are. Pussy said to the owl, you elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Oh, let us be married too long we have tarried, but what shall we do for a ring? They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the bong tree grows, and there in a wood a piggy wig stood, with a ring at the end of his nose. His nose, with a ring at the end of his nose. Dear pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling your ring? Said the piggy. I will. So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince, which they ate with a runcible spoon, and hand in hand on the edge of the sand they danced by the light of the moon. The moon, the moon, they danced by the light of the moon. There you go. The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear, as recited by yours truly, John G. Sutton. And yes, folks, it's the song dinger time. Another song, another day. What happens next, folks? We're going to ask the goat, aren't we? And Larry kindly sent me this. So Larry, if you're watching, and goaty, I'm going to sing a song now. What do you think? You want to hear it, don't you? Well, you could at least say yes instead of screaming, you naughty goat. Anyway, here we go. This is a song written by him. Chris Christopherson. This is Bobby McGee. Yeah, are you ready? I'll sing it a bit like Chris Christopherson sang it. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, heading for the trains, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rained, took us all the way to New Orleans. I took my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With the windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang up every song the driver knew. Freedom, just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. And buddy, that was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I'd done. Every night she kept me from the cold. Then somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she'll find. And I'd trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday, holding Bobby's body next to mine. Oh, freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing left, that's all she left for me. And feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. And buddy, that was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. There you go. I sincerely hope that entertained you. More tomorrow from Tales from the Jails, and I am going to do a live broadcast. Thank you for asking, Catherine. This is Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton.